Ecchi, a popular subgenre of Japanese media particularly applicable to manga. What is it? Well, Wiktionary, because Google decided to replace search queries with poopy AI responses, states the following. The following, which was written by a human being. Quote, Ecchi, a genre especially of anime and manga featuring playful tongue-in-cheek usage of sexualized scenes in situations such as double entendre or flirtation while remaining often used to differentiate from which features overt sexual themes, or a situation within a story, especially anime and manga, which ventures into the ecchi genre. So basically, in short, it's like softcore, kind of. Another way to approach the genre is like rom-coms with a bit of spice, right? These can vary on the spice charts from a few jalapenos up to a Carolina Reaper, you know? So what's the appeal of this genre? That's actually a very easy to answer question. A lot of ecchi has amazing artwork, like god-tier artists. And of course there's a fascination with really out-there concepts for bizarre plots, like High School DxD, for instance. A very popular ecchi series has the protagonist power up by fondling boobs. That is so fucking stupid, I kinda love it. I stated in the previous episode of this series that even the most degenerate art out there is still art and should be respected and given artistic merit. There are, however, times when the genre goes horribly wrong. Welcome to another episode of Infamous Webcomics, Ecchi Fitness. Ecchi Fitness is a one-shot webcomic in the ecchi genre, as the title implies, written by an individual by the name of Ryan Stewart, who also goes by the name Donkus, and Eric the Goat. Oh. This'll be exhilarating, won't it? Anyway, the 18-page story started serializing in October 2006. Ow, my tongue. Fucking bit my tongue. Holy shit. The 18-page story started serializing in October 2006 and concluded in January of 2008. 2 years, 18 pages. You know what? Now I don't feel so bad about taking so long between Doomsayer chapters. Luckily, it's short because of this. I feel like I needed a palate cleanser after concluding the eternal saga of the Lovecraftian lesbians, otherwise known as Moon over June. Well, I guess if your idea of a palate cleanser is a line of dinkleberries after a never-ending stream of mushy hot diarrhea, what a shitload of fuck. What were they thinking? Anyway, shall we begin the story review? So the story starts with this horrifying cover page of the main girl Helen and what is later stated to be a medicine ball possessed by a spirit named Tosh? Or maybe Tosh? Tosch. Yeah, that's a medicine ball. I don't know why it has arms, dude. Don't ask questions. I don't really like converting reviews into like a general plot summary. That kind of content is dull to me. I don't really like that. But it's so short, that's what this section is going to be. So, here's the long and short of it. Helen works at a gym, a 24-hour gym. Her boss lets her run the overnight shift. She mentions that her boss was being weird, but we get no resolution of whether or not he knew about Tosh the medicine ball spirit. Anyway, boss is only in it for 2 panels, so who cares? I do, damn it. Ecchi Fitness reboot for 2025, anyone? I digress. So, Tosh the medicine ball jumps on Helen and grabs her boobs. A fundamental failure to understand ecchi tropes, I see. Dude, he's supposed to accidentally fall on her inappropriately. The tried and true trope that transcends all of ecchi. So common makes you wonder, how are people so bad at walking, right? She punches him because, you know, Eric the Goat Lover watched one episode of Televaroo or something. Tosh tries to get a gander at the girls, and of course Helen refuses. He then lore dumps that he was banned from heaven and hell for being too much of a gooner. The only way his spirit can move on is if he has no degenerate thoughts for 3 days, but glaring at the women in the gym makes that impossible for him. I mean, hey, maybe he's got a point. I mean, you should see the gyms nowadays. They're practically adult film sets with how many OF girls record themselves in there. Side note, personally, I don't care if that's what you do, but, like, kind of a place and time sort of thing. Like, don't record that in the gym, bro. Little tangent there. Okay, anyway, back to the story. It ends with an Evil Dead parody, or the alternate ending that's a parody of a movie called Bubba Hotep or something. That took some research. Sorry, I'm not a Gen Xer. Guys, listen. Ghostbusters is not that good, alright, Gen Xers? It's a decent movie. It's not Citizen fucking Kane, though, okay? Who am I kidding? Gen Xers don't watch my channel. Too busy shitposting on Facebook about how soft Gen Z is because back in their day, we ate dirt and listened to Nirvana, man. We're so tough. With 2 F's because new metal. We drank cola with trans fat, man. We had grunge music, man. We made the new metal, man. Boom, bop, boom, bop, bang, up. That means I need to refinance my mortgage in Gen X speak if you don't know. Anyway, shitting on Gen X aside, despite that being my favorite pastime, it's like everybody goes after the boomers. Like, no, it's fucking Gen X. There's also an extra page that's supposed to be like a blooper outtake kind of thing, and that's it. As for the art, oh, wait, hold on a second. I forgot the worst part of the series. The one thing that makes this already bad comic even worse. The fucking horror. It's British. What was that? Did your cat get in last night? Oh hell, the little bugger probably shat and spray everywhere if it got in last night. Oh well, I better go and catch this bloody thing. I'll chuck the little shite out before it does some damage. Yeah, kitty, come to Ellen, let's get your mangy arse out of here, eh, mate? Oh, you better have a real hot glowing reason for grabbing those two, mate, because if you don't, you'll be shitting bloody stews for a month, eh? Absolutely horrific. Beans on toast, yeah? Ugh. Anyway, on to the artwork. The art is pretty bad. Okay, next section. No. So the art is pretty bad. It kind of looks like one of those like extremely cursed how to draw manga books made by Westerners in the early 2000s. You know the one I'm talking about. It's done in grayscale with screen tones and the character designs are hard to look at. The main redeeming factor of the ecchi genre is usually how fucking good the art is. Sorry, if the art ain't good, you ain't got a good ecchi. As stated prior, a bizarre plot can also suck you in, but a spirit that needs to learn a lesson before it moves on is pretty cliche, so that doesn't save it either. Back to the artwork anyway. Helen, the poster girl for lack of a better phrase, is not appealing in the slightest. And no, that's not because she's supposed to be muscular. If you think that, you clearly haven't read my comic. It's just very, like, rudimentary and looks like an artist awkwardly learning how to put things together with very little research into anatomy. The environments aren't terrible. NPC Fitness, yes, that's the name of the gym. Looks fine in the hallway and the outside, but that's about all you have in terms of environment. Most panels take place in a void, which can be fine, but I personally have a rule with very few exceptions that every page needs at least one panel with a background. That way you can make sure the reader knows where we are. It's rough, but I think if Eric the Goat Lover here practice a bit, they might actually get decent. Oh, and if you want to get good at drawing ecchi and degenerate gooner images, guess what you're going to have to reference and practice from? I'll tell you what, it's a pretty good method to improve anatomy. Male and female at the same time in many cases. Bro, legit, I kid you not, that is how I got better at anatomy. You should see my sketchbooks. Oof. It's a super secret technique. Only if you're 18 plus, though. Anyway, is there any lore about the creator? No, not really. They made 2 other comics called Beer Noodles and Hockey Zombie Asylum. They don't look much better from their images. Anyway, reviews. Everybody's favorite segment. Here's one from our good friends over at the Bad Webcomics Wiki. I mean, they're not actually friends, like, they just end up using their site a lot. I mean, if they want to hit me up for something, that's cool, but like, anyway, quote, so basically, our friendly everyday goat lover takes an absolutely horrible idea, possess medicine ball grabs woman's tits compulsively being among the worst ideas the human mind can conceive, and makes it even worse by drawing his lead completely wrong, drawing his medicine ball as disturbing as possible, throwing in a few half-ass movie references, and calling it a day. I have no doubt he has forgotten the smear on the wall of a webcomic. It hasn't been added to since 2008, and it would be nice if Eric could take some time from loving goats to deleting this thing and sparing people the unpleasantness of knowing it exists. Okay, anybody else? A few comments from the Duck website that it's still hosted on to this day. These are from 2009 mostly. Webcomics Hiss says, "That floating terror is pretty sassy." Golico says, "Just 15 pages. Funny, man." Emotional says, "I love this comic. Tosh is a slick bruv. 8 close parentheses. Night Owl 35 says, "Oh-ho! That's good, XD. That is pure funny right there." Yeah, okay, so I guess it has its fans. Me personally, didn't really like it. And that's Ecchi Fitness. Ew. That was disgusting. I apologize. What the fuck? Where did that come from? Ew, it smells. Script. And that's Ecchi Fitness. Not very good, but very short. My favorite kind of infamous webcomic. Although, I don't know if I'd ever cover it if it wasn't for its appearance towards the bottom of the webcomic iceberg I did a while back. It's an attempt at emulating ecchi tropes with a supernatural twist with a focus on Muslim mommies, but due to its poor quality artwork and cliche story structure, with a heavy reliance on overused tropes, it falls flat. but it is painlessly short. Other than the disturbing looking Toast the Medicine Ball and the use of the British vernacular, bottle water ass fish and chips, paint a lager at the pub ass Brits need to learn your language, man. Like, what is that? What are you even saying? Oi, cunt. Oh, no, wait, that's more the Australians. Anyway, it's just kind of dull, you know? It doesn't do anything shocking. It doesn't do anything weird. The creator, aside from one of his aliases, is kind of a nothing burger. It's like mid, you know? It's not the worst thing I've ever read, and it's not good either. I give Ecchi Fitness a mid 5 out of 10. Alright, and that was Ecchi Fitness. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. And hype, if that's still a thing when this video goes up. I don't know how that works. Who knows? YouTube changes things every other day now. Check out my webcomic Doomsayer if you like dark fantasies and are 18+. It's got muscle mommies that are drawn a little bit better than this, I think. I hope. I don't know. Art is objective. Maybe you think this looks better. Who knows? Anyway, come hang out in the Discord, linked in the description. Support me on Patreon for just $1 a month. And if you want to send me anything digitally, fan art, hate mail, fan fictions, cosplays, content suggestions, ideas, feedback, girlfriend applications, those actually might be fun to read for content. I don't know. Hit me up at deviantartsubmissions@gmail.com. Once again, thanks for watching, and until next time.